Yeah, Blake, I think I'm gonna be trying to aim for about 1900 degrees. My cone 6 clay does fine um, at a higher bisque, but I do have one earthenware piece in there, and it my earthenware that I mix it myself, vitrifies completely at cone 04. So I try to bisque it a hair cooler, just so the glaze absorbs. Otherwise, it takes 6 hours uh, to dry when I glaze it. Yeah, a little bit under in the cone 04 range is what I'm looking for. Just a little. I find that if I fire it a little softer, it adheres. You're so interested in seeing how you glaze and paint your stuff. Oh, well, I can do a glazing stream maybe tomorrow morning. I have to go in. I'm going to try to go in early to work to get some glazing done. And I actually have, I think, 3 pieces that I have to paint with underglaze. So those are a little bit more like painting. Yeah, we can do that, Krista. Fast show. Fast show. Now these votives I'm doing, I dip. Because there's so many of them. And they want fairly basic colors. White, black, blue, brown, and then 10 random. I am retesting votives, those tall cylinders that I made a ton of. I have a wholesale order for 50 of those, and they use them to pour candles in. So they're just the container that hold the candle wax. Luminaries. See, I normally thought luminaries were like you put a physical candle in there so it illuminated, right? But this is like an actual, they're pouring into it, not just placing a candle there. Or is that wrong? Whew, halfway done. It's getting a little bit toasty. I'm gonna open my garage a little bit. Yeah, so I make them for a store local to me. Yeah, they're not pierced or anything. So yeah, I make them for a clothing and home goods store that's near my area. And they're actually, this is my first month working with them. And they want a continuing order, which is cool, but it means I'm gonna have to get a lot faster at throwing those things. And they're interested in doing more than just photos in the future, which is cool. They want, like, they're kind of interested in my smudge holders and my incense holders. Yeah, they're looking for 50 a month. If I'm not doing it on Twitch, because I get, yeah, well, if I'm not doing it on Twitch, I can throw one in about 15 minutes. If I'm on Twitch, I get distracted by how wonderful you people are. But yeah, Gru, this is a kiln that was gifted to me, and if I get that stimmy, that sweet, sweet stimmy money, I'm actually thinking about buying a brand new one. Because I've kept an eye out in our area, and I've been looking for a better kiln for maybe almost a year now, maybe a year and a half. And only one has come up anywhere near me in like a 200-mile radius. And they wanted such an absurd amount of money for that kiln. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yes, Krista, y'all are wonderful. The one, it was an old Scut, like one of the original 1027 models, and it had horrible status of the walls. Yeah, I want a 1027. Horrible kiln, like the kiln brick was disintegrating on the lid and on the walls, and they wanted, they didn't know if it fired because they didn't have a plug for it. He inherited it from a guy who did glass work, who said that he only used it twice because he thought it was something else. And yet the inside just looks mangled, and they wanted $1,400 for it. It's like, there is no way I'm paying you that much money for that kiln. No. Just save up another grand and get a new one. New one. I mean, they didn't even know if it worked. That's the other thing. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm all about getting used because, one, I'm a broke ass bitch. Two, I am a cheap ass. I paid $300 for my 1027 and it looked near pristine. Ugh, yeah, no. No, it was nowhere near that good. I am a cheap ass, and so, you know, I will look to spend as little money as possible, but they're just not coming up in my area. They're just not coming up for sale, and I kind of need one soon because I have to babysit the shit out of this kiln, like, constantly. Speaking of,